Just, I guess, a question that's out there. Why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Trump, who's usually pretty good about staying in front of things, this is what he said yesterday on Truth Social. As I said on Friday night aboard Air Force One to the fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetrated by radical left lunatics in order to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party, including our recent victory on the Democrat shutdown. The Department of Justice has already turned over tens of thousands of pages to the public on Epstein, are looking at various Democrat operatives, Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, etc., and their relationship to Epstein, and the House Oversight Committee can have whatever they are legally entitled to. I don't care. All I do care about is that Republicans get back on point, which is the economy, affordability, where we are winning big, our affordability, where we are winning big. Oh, sorry, we had that twice. Our victory on reducing inflation from the highest level in history to practically nothing, bringing down the prices for the American people, delivering historic tax cuts, gaining trillions of dollars in investment into America, a record, the rebuilding of our military, securing the border, deporting criminal illegal aliens, ending men and women's sports, stopping transgender for everyone, and so much more. Nobody cared about Jeffrey Epstein when he was alive, and if the Democrats had anything, they would have released it before our landslide election victory. Some members of the Republican Party are being used, and we can't let that happen. Let's start talking about the Republican Party's record-setting achievements and not fall into the Epstein trap, which is actually a curse on the Democrats, not us. Make America great again. So I think Trump is largely right about that. Again, reiterate. Anyone who did anything absolutely criminal and there's evidence of it, of course you pay the price for it. We still don't know who is in charge of all of this and everything else. But that, this is where Bondi made a huge mistake. To say the files are on my desk, as I've said repeatedly, the files are on my desk and we're going to repeat them. Nobody knew what that meant. The files. Okay, so you got a stack of papers like this, and does it actually show things? Is it just flight logs, et cetera, et cetera? But all of that aside, because I have no more insight into this than any of you do, right? We're all just getting the same information that is leaked out to us here and there, and everything is kind of rumor and conjecture. All of that aside, it does seem to me that this is only coming back now because the Democrats think they can hang some portion of this on Trump. Trump, a guy who 21 years ago booted Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago and was clearly one of the few people that didn't want to be in his circles. But there seems to be something political going on here, right? In the kayfabe version of all of this. Again, why didn't the Democrats release all of this when they had the House and they had Congress and they had the presidency and everything else? Chuck Schumer was asked just that.
Just, I guess, a question that's out there. Why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Well, that's the question every American is asking. Or not every American, but so many Americans are asking. What the hell is he hiding? Why doesn't he want them released? When you don't want something like this released, when even a whole lot of Republicans are calling for the release, his own party members, people ask the question, what's he hiding? It's got to be answered by releasing the files.
If you've ever been seriously hurt in an accident, your injury could actually be worth millions, and most people have no idea. Insurance companies love to lowball claims, offering way less than what you deserve. That's why there's Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys across 50 states. They've been fighting for people for more than 30 years, and they don't settle for lowball offers. Just recently, they won $12 million in Florida, $26 million in Philadelphia, and $6.8 million in New York, all way above what insurance companies offered. And the best part, it's completely free unless you win. No upfront costs, no hidden fees. It takes only a couple minutes to see if you have a case. Did you know you can start a claim with America's largest injury law firm in just one click? It's super easy. Just go to forthepeople.com/Rubin or click the link in the description and pin comment. Okay, well, how about you ask that question, Chuck Schumer? How about someone asks, that's what the guy's asking you, basically. Why didn't you guys do something about it when you could? I saw something on Twitter, which we tried to verify right before the show here, which is that Jake Tapper, good old CNN's Jake Tapper, during the 4 years of the Biden administration, he maybe, it's a little unclear, maybe had one tweet about the Epstein files. When Trump was president the first time, he had a whole bunch, and suddenly right now he has a whole bunch. That is the type of thing that I'm always more interested in. The narrative and the framing around the story. We're very, very interested in something when it fits our narrative, and we're really not interested in something when it doesn't fit our narrative.